Hello and welcome to Warhammer Wednesday. In this video I'll be showcasing my Custodes Telemon Heavy Dreadnought. I've already done an unboxing of him, I've already done a review of him, so I won't talk about the rules. I will say straight away that one of these will cost you £72. You can buy the body separate at £46, and then the weapon arms are £13 each. So incidentally, it's the same price as a Leviathan Dreadnought, which is also £72. This is not a review, so I won't be doing any size comparisons or anything like that. It is literally just a showcase of the model now that he's finished. I will say he's taller than a Leviathan, and in that respect I'd also say that he's taller than the new Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. He is the biggest Dreadnought that Games Workshop / Forge World sort of make at the moment. The lighting isn't the best here, but I hope it picks out some of the detail. I thoroughly enjoyed painting this model. As you can see from the channel and see from my collection and things, I'm not the world's best painter. I like it the least out of every part of the hobby. For me it goes building, collecting, gaming, and then painting. I'm not saying that I hate painting, I just like it the least out of everything, and that's because I am a perfectionist by nature. I just, if there's one tiny little bit of paint that isn't in the right place, I'll go over it or I'll correct it, and I'll spend hours just correcting my own, I'll say, mistakes, or if something's just not right, I'll keep at it, and that's why painting for me just takes a long time. I won't just do it, just won't paint something and then leave it at that. I'll keep at it, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. So how did I paint this model? Well, I sprayed it with the Redemptor armor gold. I then washed it with Reichland Flesh Shade, which sort of warms the gold up a bit. I then dry brushed it with Auric Armor. I then picked out all of the sort of raised gold parts. You can see there's a bit of shine. The lighting's not that bad in here. I thought it'd be terrible, but some of these sort of raised parts I've picked out with the other Redemptor armor, the Liberated Gold, I think that's the one. The sort of gemstone type thing I've done there, I painted that. I painted it with Stormhost Silver, and then I used Soulstone Blue. Just got a big blob of that and drew it up with a paintbrush. Obviously the metallic parts I did bulk on metal, then I washed them with Nuln Oil, and then I just slightly highlighted them with I think it was Runefang Steel. In some places there are parts of the gold that's sort of not corroded but had a bit of wear and tear, and with those bits that's just Nylak oxide conveniently placed, and the grill I just put a bit of Nuln Oil and Nylak at the edges. The lenses, I didn't really do much with the lenses. They're big lenses, so I suppose I could have spent longer on them and painted Mephiston and then brought it up to the point of Evil Sun Scarlet and then a white dot. But in the end, I've been trialing a new lens technique, which is just painting white Scar and then painting Blood for the Blood God over and trying to pool it so that it glosses it and reddens it at the same time. The gold, normally the gold on these sort of shoulder pauldrons is Redemptor armor. I haven't gone over those with Liberated Gold or anything. The missile pod is a tricky one because my missile pods on my Titans and things, and my Terminators, Dreadnoughts, things like that, are normally red missiles with white tips or white missiles with red tips. That didn't look right with this model. It just, for some reason, it just didn't look right having white tips on there. So in the end, I just painted them Mephiston red, then washed them with Nuln Oil, and then painted the tips with Evil Suns, and then I think I washed them again with Nuln Oil. But either way, it shows sort of like a gradual brightening of the red. which came out quite well. The red sort of shoulder pauldrons, they were Mephiston red, then I washed them with Nuln Oil, then I dry brushed them with Mephiston red, and because if you don't, you will get some pooling and things, so it's just a big flat area. Then I highlighted the edges just with Evil Sons. There are other artists that have done an incredible job where they've sort of started it dark right at the bottom and worked their way to light, and vice versa, and they look incredible, but I wasn't willing to sort of spend that long on the model. The gun, I've forgotten what the name of the gun is, guys, you've got to help me out, but it's the gun arm, put some Nylock oxide on, highlighted the barrels just with Eshin Grey. I put a bit of soot on the barrel end. Also for the Custodes Fist, I put some Nylock oxide in there at the plasma ejectors or whatever they're called, and I put a bit of soot on the end of them. I didn't want to put any scratches or anything on the fist. I think looks quite good. And then the metallic parts for the wiring, again, just washed the lead belcher. I keep calling it Bulgur metal. Lead belcher, and then just highlighted it with a bit of room fang. Also obviously highlighted the metallic parts here with the room fang just to make them pop a bit. And then the back, same sort of story with the metal parts and a bit of Nylock oxide and things. Just picking out the detail there with the room fang. Yeah, lovely model to build, really straightforward, and a great model to paint too. Didn't take me too long, probably about 200 hours. Anyway, the base, I just what I've been trialing at the moment is just painting it so Steel Legion drab. What I've done is I've just painted Steel Legion drab on the base, not the edge though. Then while I've been doing other things, waiting for it to dry, painting other parts of the model, things like that, I've then gone over the base with Agrellan Earth. Big splodges to get the crackles and things on there. There's a divot there for the base, but I think that actually works quite well. You wouldn't have noticed it unless I told you. And then after that was dry completely, I then dry brushed it with Ubshabti Bone, very, very light dry brushing, and then I just added a couple of patches of grass with PVA glue. You can use super glue, but super glue tends to sort of ghost on paint, if that makes sense, whereas PVA, it looks white but it disappears magically once it's dried. Then very end, I'll then paint the edge of the whole of the base. So that's how I've started to do my bases for Custodes, well, for all of my new miniatures actually, because the sand that they brought out was a bit terrible. So this is just the way I've been doing the bases recently for Custodes and for the Primaris. And there you go, that is the end of my little showcase. No size comparison. Well, I'll put a little custodian card there just as like a little teaser, and no rules and things, but if you want to know what the rules are and you want to see other size comparison things, you know, obviously just check out my review. Like I say, I'm not the best painter. I don't have a lot of confidence in my painting, so for me to even sort of create a video like this takes quite a bit for me to just put it out there. Anyway, my general rule of thumb is once I've completely finished a model, like painted it and things, I'll always do a showcase of it. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.